Alright, and yes, it is Tier List Tuesday. And as a part of Tier List Tuesday, you already know I'm going to do a follow-up video to my old video ranking every single EX card in Pocket back in the Celestial Guardians meta. But this time, a few months have passed. It's time to redo it again for the Eevee Grove meta. And as you can see, we have every single EX card in the game. We're stacking it up quick. Like, look at this. The game barely came out and we're already at, like, tons. Tons of EXs. Anyways, these letter names, tradition on Poke Ranch, we gotta change these. These are lame. So we're gonna name this one Doo-Doo Butter. We're gonna name C, maybe. Yeah, maybe. You never know. I'm gonna say good. Okay, we're gonna put good here. We're gonna put good here. We're gonna put now you're, whoops. Then we're gonna put now you're talking. Now you're talking. Yeah, now you're talking. Get it? Like, now you're talking. Like, these are pretty good. This meta-defining goats. You already know, meta-defining goats, the things that are too broken belong up here. Seriously. Alright, anyways. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do for that. Anyways, let's waste no time and get right into it. We're starting with grass. We'll go in order of type because this is in order of type. Pretty well organized, actually, right? Now, speaking of type, we'll start with grass type, Venusaur EX. Now, when I talk about Venusaur EX, it's very interesting, it's very weird. I talked about him, obviously I talked about him last video. That was 2 months ago. How do I feel now? Rare Candy, Leaf Cape. We got some Ultra Beasts. We got, like, Kartana. Pheromosa, maybe you could run it. Venusaur's just a big, maybe. I really don't think he's Doo-Doo Butter because if you were to get it up quickly, we also do have things like the brand new Jigglypuff that heals. Or the Wigglytuff, I don't know, we have Comfy as well. I don't really know, man. I feel like he hasn't really gotten buffed. But he isn't trash. So I'm gonna put him in, maybe. So you Venusaur fans, hopefully you're okay with that rating. Because when you do get him out, he can be good. But I think he kind of just, even with Superior, kind of takes too long to get started. He's kind of weak nowadays. Solgaleo, 2 energy for 120. What are you going to do? Like, you're very weak. 4 energy for 100. The healing is nice, but it's not anything to write home about. Meanwhile, the GOAT continues to be good. I don't think he's ever going to fall lower than good. I don't think he's Now You're Talking. But I think, because I really don't think he's ran that much anymore. If he was still ran, I'd put him up here. But 1 energy, 1 evolution, chance to do 80, decent HP. Executor EX is very good still. He can slot into many decks. There's that one execute that actually gives itself grass energy. So you can run him in colorless decks, even though he needs grass energy. Very good. I can't lie, very good mon. Not much to say about Executor EX. I feel like I don't have to yap on him too much, right guys? I think we know why he's good. Celebi EX. Now, I used to be a believer in Celebi being down here, I'm not gonna lie. But as time goes on, I think Celebi, you deserve to be in good. I'm not gonna lie, you actually deserve to be in good, which I love. I've always loved Celebi. I'm only harsh on Celebi because I want it to be good. Like it used to be. But I'm not gonna lie, Rare Candy Superior, very nice. Kartana, very nice in Celebi decks. The brand new Serena, if you saw my recent video, Serena and Celebi. Decent synergy, I actually went on a decent win streak with that deck in ranked. Celebi is good. I don't know if it's like, now you're talking, like holy moly, not really. But I think Celebi EX is actually good in this meta. It's not terrible, like you could play it. Speaking of not terrible, Yanmega, I don't know how I feel about this 3 cost. It does not get any play. Yanmega EX does not get any play. And it sucks because, it's colorless. And it has an alright HP requirement. So, you'd think, why don't people use Yanmega EX? I'm gonna be honest, 3 energy is way too much for 120. Case in point, Solgaleo. Case in point, I'm always gonna bring up Solgaleo. 2 energy for 120, ridiculous, right? Discard a random energy from this Pokemon. Not only that, but it prevents you from building the bench. So Yanmega has to be the game ender. I'm not really a believer. I don't think it's absolute trash nuggets, but it's gonna have to go in, maybe. Like, I'm sorry, it has to. Now, Leafeon EX, now you're talking! Now you're talking. This is the definition of now you're talking. This thing only got better. I wonder where I placed it or 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I probably didn't place it, like, crazy high. But in this Eevee Grove meta, think about it. Leafeon, bro, guys, I said it in one of my other recent videos. Leafeon went under the radar. Leafeon went under the radar for such a long time, because I don't think anybody took advantage of the fact that it can slot into literally any deck. Because it's basically colorless. Because it gives itself the one grass energy that it needs. Like, you can slot it into any deck. And in this meta where we just run decks of full evolutions, given Eevee bag, given Eevee EX, Leafeon EX is just incredible. Bro, Leafeon EX going second, you're getting hit for 70. I hope you guys realize that. I hope you guys realize you can get hit for 100. Eevee bag, then, I don't know, throwing a Giovanni, throwing a red, stacking damage is crucial. That's why I believe in double Eevee bag and all these Eevee decks. We're in a meta where stacking damage is crucial. Greninja, stack damage with Sylveon, stack damage with Eevee bag, stack damage. And Eevee. Imagine if we had a normal type evolution called Eevee. I just tweaked. But Leafeon EX, very good, very versatile, very fast, decent HP, very consistent in this Eevee meta, extremely consistent. Yeah, I don't think I have to yap too much more. I think we understand why I'm putting Leafeon EX that high. Beedrill EX, I actually believe went under the radar, man. Like, I don't know why. I honestly want to put it now you're talking, but I just don't see any play. Maybe I have to play it. Maybe I have to make a video soon. But I'm just going to put it good for now so I don't rustle too many feathers. But in my head, right? Beedrill EX going second, turn 3, you get rare candy. You can still slow down a decent amount of mons inactive. I guess it's just the problem with Beedrill EX is a lot of mons will just build themselves in the back, rendering Crushing Spear kinda useless. But if they have to fight inactive, and maybe if you roll Team Rocket Grunt, Beedrill EX can actually be just a checkmate. It used to be extremely good, honestly. But I think it did fall off quite a little bit. I'm gonna just put it there for now. Decidueye EX, now you're talking. This thing is crazy. Why did we get How? Why did they make a How card? I mean, I love How, but why did they make the How card do what it does? Like, we did not need Incineroar to do plus 30 damage. We didn't need Decidueye to do plus 30 damage. I mean, Primarina kind of needs it. Sure, Primarina actually, I think, deserves it. But Decidueye only got better in Eevee growth. It only got better. Do I have to explain Decidueye to you guys? 2 energy, extremely low cost, rare candy mons, it's rare candy synergy. I told you guys before, any EX mon that has 2 energy to attack is automatic rare candy bait. It's synergy. They want you to have rare candy. 2 energy, colorless by the way, to do 100 damage to any mon in this Greninja meta? Bro, this guy is incredible. I don't think it's a meta-defining GOAT necessarily, but Decidueye EX will always be incredible. Very good card. Yeah, I mean, look at it. Look at what it does. I mean, there's not much we have to discuss when it comes to Decidueye, right? I don't think so. Dhelmise EX, trash. I don't know what they were thinking. 3 energy, 80. Can't retreat. Bro, look at things like Solgaleo. They can get rid of this debuff, by the way. It's not even that bad of a debuff. The HP is not even anything to write home about. Dhelmise EX, you got shafted. I don't know. You got shafted. It sucks. Buzzwole EX, I think, is very good. It's no longer a meta-defining GOAT. I'm sorry, I know, right? Oh my goodness. Yes, it did fall off quite just one. I think it only fell off 1 tier. It only fell down literally 1 tier. Nothing. Don't go crazy, guys, in the comment section. Buzzwole EX is still incredible. It gets ready super fast. The decks are incredibly consistent. Lusamine synergy, obviously, like, there's not much I have to say. We know why Buzzwole EX is very good. It's just that in this meta, things get ready even faster thanks to another EX card that I'm going to talk about later that is actually a meta-defining broken Pot of Greed on Crackmon. And due to things like that, sometimes, you can't actually get your Buzzwole EX out fast enough because things are just faster nowadays. Things are faster. Things need 2 energy instead of 3. Lusamine, you do require a point to be taken for Lusamine to actually work. I don't know, man. I think he's very good. It's not like he can't belong up here. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, that's crazy if somebody did this. But I'm not going to do it. That's the point. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be the one to do it. This Charizard, I actually think is still good. I just don't think Moltres decks are in fashion anymore. And you need to run Moltres. I'm not going to lie, you obviously need to run Moltres with Charizard EX because things are too fast. You can't just build this inactive. Like, you have to build it in the back with a Moltres because he discards his energy. He's still very good though. Like, he used to be a god. He's still kind of a god when you get him up, right? He's the only mon that does 200, right? So there's no way I put him below these guys, right? Hell no. Like, yeah, he definitely belongs in good. Charizard EX is good. Arcanine EX is trash. I don't know. I think Flareon. Why would you run this when you could run Flareon? Sorry. Moltres is still good. Moltres is the only fire accelerator that can accelerate your fire mons to infinity and beyond. Like, literally, the possibility, even though you have to flip for it, the possibility of you getting possibly 3 fire energies on your fire mon at once, it's crazy. Not only that, 70 damage is like, it's nothing to write home about, but it's okay if you ever have to attack with him. I just wish he had a little bit more HP, but yeah, he's okay. He's okay. I think Moltres is still okay. I think he will always be good until they power creep a fire accelerator like that, right? I actually think Infernape got better this meta. Yes, I know you saw all the Infernape videos. Remember on YouTube when everything was Infernape, Flareon? Oh my god, Flareon, the best energy. I mean, it legitimately is good. I don't think he's meta defining at all, but Infernape EX I actually would rather play over the old Charizard. Yes, I think I can say that fully. Very good synergy with Flareon. Very good synergy with the actual non-Flareon EX, like the other Flareon, that assisting heater, sorry. The other Flareon, the assisting heater Flareon, very good synergy. Yeah, I think Infernape feels a lot better to play, generally. Like, it's surprising, but he belongs up here. Truthfully, he does. Yeah, do I have to discuss this? Do I have to discuss this? We know why he's up here. Disgusting, not fair, not fun to fight. Do I have to say her name? Sylveon, you know, I don't think I have to explain what she did for Charizard EX decks, but this Charizard EX is incredible. I don't even think I have to yap, guys. We know why. Not only that, I don't have to yap about Incineroar, do I? I think they're very good for 2 different reasons, like Sylveon Charizard and Sylveon Incineroar. I like Fire Fang because it actually lets you kind of deal with Oricorio to an extent, which Charizard EX cannot deal with Oricorio. You need Rocky Helmet, you need something else. But Incineroar EX, the Fire Fangs actually add up, especially if the Oricorio can't heal the burn and they're unlucky. The burn actually will take out an Oricorio. If your opponent is only running 1 Oricorio, you can kind of just run through everything with Incineroar EX. He's very good. I don't think I'm going to place it above Charizard. They're like basically in the same slot. Very good mons, obviously rare candy synergy. Incineroar has Howl synergy now, so Incineroar got even better. Incineroar did not get worse in any standpoint. The Sokka deck is still incredible. You know, Howl is in the game, Sylveon's in the game, even more consistent. Broken. They're broken. They're meta-defining goats. They're broken. I don't want to hear it. Flareon EX is... is it a meta-defining goat, though? I think it's Now You're Talking. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's Now You're Talking. I think these guys are better Fire Mons, I'm not going to lie, even in the Eevee meta. But Flareon and Leafeon are very, very good mons. You know, Flareon actually does a lot of damage. 130 for 3 is a lot of damage. It discards energy, but it also gives itself energy. The only thing is you can't just like brain dead place it in any deck like Giratina, because you do require fire energy in the discard pile. So you kind of have to think with Flareon. And for that, I'm not going to put it Giratina level. I'm just going to put it in Now You're Talking, because Now You're Talking, it is very good. Like, Now You're Talking. Like, I hope you guys don't be like, oh my god, how is it not meta-defining? Like, guys, it's not meta-defining. Like, be real with yourself. It's very, extremely good, though. Blastoise, I'm not going to lie, I think he's good. Is this crazy? I think he's not that bad. I think I'd rather a Blastoise deck than a Venusaur deck nowadays. But they're both not incredible. Like, definitely, they're both not incredible. But, he has a higher damage ceiling than something like Primarina can reach. He also has a lot of HP. Like, look at that HP. Yo, I don't care what you guys think. I think Blastoise is good. Manaphy, Misty, if you can get it, you can get it. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. If you can get him up, you can get him up. He's kind of annoying. He does 160 is nothing to scoff at, by the way. That is a ridiculous amount of damage. He takes out a lot of these fire-type threats. Actually, unironically, he does, because he hits for weakness. I'm kind of interested in running a Blastoise EX deck, but only problem is it could maybe take a little bit to get him up. You know, I don't know, because he gives himself energy. He can attack for 1 energy. Blastoise needs 2 energies to attack, so I don't know. I don't think he's that bad. I'm sorry. I don't want to put him down here. I really don't think he's that bad. Starmie EX, I also don't think is that bad, but I'm gonna have to say, I mean, maybe. Okay, I'll explain this. Only because there are better options. It could definitely go here, but I just have no desire to run Starmie EX. It gets no play. There are better options. Articuno EX, I still think is good. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think he's that bad. I still don't think he's trash. The prospect of Misty working is still pretty huge, and I just don't think anybody's willing to try him. That's the thing. I don't think anybody's willing to try him. Water type is just not very good right now. These other types are just better. It's crazy. We live in a universe where water type is not that good. Remember when water type was just disgusting? It's very funny. Lapras sucks. I'm sorry. They screwed you over. Primarina's a better Lapras. Sadly, I know. Gyarados EX. Is it crazy to put them above Gyarados? I just don't know why you run this guy. I think 4 energy is actually too much now. I think we've gone to the point where 4 energy is now too much. Even in a Misty meta, even in a Manaphy meta, 4 energy is just too much Gyarados. I don't know. I'd rather run Blastoise and Articuno EX. You guys might flame me in the comments, but I'd rather run them. I don't know. 140 is a lot, but I don't know, man. Is this crazy to say? I mean, maybe for Gyarados EX, that might be too crazy. Let me think. Let me do some things. Let me do some thinking. I'm going with my heart. Sorry. Palkia EX. I'm also not big on Palkia. I'm not. I mean, you could run it with Silvally. I think Silvally Palkia is not terrible. But when it comes to like Palkia and Blastoise, do I think they're on the same tier though? Like, do I really think Blastoise and Palkia belong on the same freaking tier? It's like, is that not crazy for me to say that they belong on the same tier? But they might though. That's the problem. I mean, for different reasons though, of course. Sylveon Palkia is not terrible. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna put Articuno down here. I'd rather run them. Yeah, I don't know, this might be crazy, I know, but water type is just not that good anymore to me, guys. Glaceon. I don't think Glaceon is terrible, but if this snowy terrain thing was a little bit better, like if it worked from the bench, if snowy terrain worked from the bench, maybe, but 3 for 90 is ridiculous. Like, what are you thinking? I don't know. I don't think Glaceon EX is very good. Water type needs help, guys. Trio is another one that I don't think is incredible. It does a lot of damage, but it's spread out randomly with the RNG. So, I really don't believe in that. Sorry, I really don't like that. I think I'd rather run it than these guys, though. Isn't that funny? I'm sorry. I feel like I'd rather run it than these guys. I'd rather run Trio. I put them in good, at least. You know, it gets ready extremely fast. So, yeah, 3 energy is a little bit rough, though. Ugh. But whatever, I'll put it there. Crabominable, I actually think is still decently good. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to knock you down. Because I think Crabominable is actually the only water type that's still decently good. Compared to all these guys. Yeah, I know, that might sound crazy, but I'm going to put him above these guys. So Crabominable is just, he gives me shades of Exeggutor EX, you know? Very inexpensive, attacks for 80 consistently, which Exeggutor EX actually doesn't do. He has to flip for 80. This guy does not have to flip for 80. He just has to stay inactive, hit for 40, and then if he stays inactive, he hits for 80, 80, 80, 80. He has a Rita synergy too. You can heal him. His retreat cost is horrible, but, you know, he's not a mon you ever want to retreat in the first place. He also has a lot of HP. He has more HP than Palkia. Yeah, I actually like Crabominable EX. He stands out as water types. Speaking of water types that stand out, Primarina! I want to put it Now You're Talking because of the house energy, and I think the Pyukumukus, the Greninjas, and I like how Primarina can attack, you know, for 1, attack for 2, for 80, attack for 3, for 100, possibility to attack for 130 with Howl, possibility to heal 20, then heal another 30, then heal another with Arita, then heal with Lily. The only reason I'm putting Primarina above these other water types, because I very well could put Primarina with Crabominable, Blastoise, Palkia. The only reason I'm going to put it up here, I think there is a precedent for her healing being extremely crazier compared to them that would actually allow it to be put up there where we'll live a hit and attack again and maybe close out a game. I don't know if you guys think that's crazy, but I think Primarina's possibility, the ceiling for Primarina is higher than these guys. If that makes sense. It's one of the only water types that I put in Now You're Talking, if that makes you feel better. It's the only water type, actually, that I put in Now You're Talking. So, yeah, I don't think it's too crazy. I don't think it's too crazy that I did that. Pikachu EX, Power Crept to Hell and back. Sweets Relay. Okay, this is going to sound crazy. Sweets Relay, Slurpuff, does this mon's job better. So, yeah. Zapdos EX, I also think got Power Crept to Hell and back. Thundering Hurricane is terrible. Like, actually terrible. Pachirisu EX. I see no reason to run it, but I mean maybe. Just because it's so inexpensive. I mean maybe. You know, maybe. I'm not gonna speak too soon. I think somebody, you know, Pachirisu Master 553 in the comment section might be like, but I have the perfect deck. So, and I might believe it, honestly. So, yeah, this Pikachu is definitely better. And I think with Electrical Cord, right? Is it called Electrical Cord? It got better. This Pikachu definitely got better. I can see a precedent for it being ran in Tapu Koko or Ikorio decks. And for that reason, I'm going to put it in good, but I'm not going to put it in Now You're Talking. I don't think it's that crazy. I don't think it's anything to write home about, but it's definitely one of the better electric EXs. Raichu EX is... There's a lot of inexpensive mons nowadays, but... There's a precedent for it being ran into, like, Giratina maybe, but... I don't know how I feel about it. I think I'm going to put it in, I mean, maybe. Show me, like, maybe a Stoutland Raichu EX deck that could be really good. Then maybe I could put it in good, right? Like a Stoutland. Stoutland is, like, the only way I can see this being ran. Stoutland, maybe. But Stoutland is, like, I don't know, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'd rather, like, Tapu Koko or Ikorio, Pikachu EX. I don't really believe in Alolan Raichu EX at the moment. Tapu Koko EX, I think, is actually really good. I'm going to put it in Now You're Talking. It gets, I said this in my last EX ranking video, but I think it went under the radar. It seriously went under the radar. It literally builds itself incredibly, stupidly dumb fast, and people just act like it doesn't. And, the synergy with Electrical Cord obviously is there. Synergy with Oricorio obviously is there. Yeah, great mon. Very great mon. Very great mon. It stands out in the electric type. I think it is the savior of the electric EXs, clearly. Gengar EX, I actually think is pretty good nowadays. I don't think it's Now You're Talking, but I think actually it's very good. Sylveon EX helps a lot. I love that it can be ran with the other Gengars, and you know, you can switch it up, and you could just have a deck full of Gengars. It's very crazy that it stops Lily, because Lily is one of the most prevalent, amazing support cards, especially in this deck. And Gengar just turns off Lily, which I think is very good. I don't think it's anything crazy, but I think Gengar got better. Mewtwo, I think, is good. I think it fell down a little bit, but, you know, I plan on dropping a Mewtwo video. I know Gosley recently made a Mewtwo video. Sylveon helps you get your Gardevoirs for the Mewtwo deck, so I don't think he's trash or anything. I don't know if he'll ever be trash, but he's definitely good. Regardless, he takes longer to get ready than things like Sylveon Greninja. I'm sorry, I gotta bring it up, you know. Mewtwo sadly does take quite a while, sorry, compared to decks like that. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I'm putting Mewtwo on the same tier as Gengar, and I think it makes sense. I think that's correct. I'm sorry, yeah. I know some people might not like that, but, yeah, Mew EX, I mean, maybe. I just see no reason to run it, guys. I'm sorry. Like, even though it's colorless, like, I see no reason to run it. It's weak to Dark. Darkrai Giratina, you know, I'm not trying to deal with that. Miss Magius, I mean, maybe. I really don't see a reason to run this thing either. I don't see a reason. Like, for a lot of these mons, I just don't see a reason. It's not terrible, because it's very weak. I mean, no, it's not very weak. 2 for 70 is not bad. That's Sylveon EX damage, and it confuses, so there's a chance you hacks your opponent. I think I'd actually rather run it over Mew nowadays, but I think these mons are better. Slightly, yeah, I think these mons are slightly better. Cresselia, I think, is trash. I don't like how you have to keep attaching energy to get the little heal passive off. I think it's bad. Terrible. Giratina EX, do I have to explain myself, guys? Do I have to explain myself? Like, I really want to say I don't have to explain myself. It builds itself Dude, how many times am I gonna talk about Giratina EX? We know why he's up here. He's broken. He's incredibly stupid. Lunala EX is now you're talking. I still think it's very good, even though maybe you won't see as many decks running it. So put it up here. It's not a meta-defining GOAT necessarily, but I think the prospect of you just being able to take all of your psychic energy literally and put it on the Mon inactive is very, very good no matter what. It'll always be good. It'll only get better. It's like a support Mon. It doesn't necessarily have to do damage, because I know 3 for 100 is not that much damage. It's not anything to write home about, but I don't know. I like it. I like it. To be honest with you, yeah, I do. Do I have to talk about Sylveon? I guess I do. I guess I do have to talk about Sylveon EX. What do I have to say? Professor's research for free. It lets you run literally 2 more Professor's researches for free. It's like, it's ridiculous. 2 for 70 is actually not bad, especially when you have Greninjas helping you out. You know, the energy stacks up very quick. Eevee Bag, Red, Giovanni. Don't underestimate 2 for 70. It's very good. But honestly, it's all because of Happy Ribbon. Like, this thing can get ran in every deck. Sylveon EX is in every single deck. So much so that I think they should give us one for free, because that's how important it is. It's damn near as important as having a Professor's research. It's that important. It's so good. Like Sylveon EX is incredible. Like, it's, like I said in one of my recent videos, it's the worst case of power creep in a while. Like, Happy Ribbon is ridiculous. I'm gonna put him up here, actually. It's very ridiculous. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. Sylveon EX is 100% a meta-defining GOAT because it is the meta. It's winning Ursade's back to back to back. It's incredible. It's an amazing Mon. I don't think I have to talk too much on it. This Mon is terrible. This Mon is terrible. I don't like the flippiness of it. Aerodactyl EX, I think, is... I mean, maybe. Like, there's a precedent for it stopping evolutions, but it's only in the active. So these guys can still evolve on the bench and then come in and stoke in your face. 2 for 80 is really weak. And you can't Pokeball to find a fossil. Sometimes you just won't find a fossil and it'll break your deck. There's a precedent for it being ran with Lucario's to buff its damage, but I don't believe in Aerodactyl EX that much. But maybe it can be good. But I think I'm gonna put it in, I mean, maybes. Sorry. Gallade EX on the other hand, I think it's still very good. Stoutland, Gallade EX, don't underestimate Stoutland Gallade EX. It's still very good. They're made to work with each other. Stoutland makes your opponent place more energies, which will make Gallade EX do more damage. It's very obvious. It's like, you know, the circle puzzle goes in the circle hole. It's obvious. Stoutland and Gallade EX are very fun, good, very fun. 2 energy, very inexpensive, and it's nice. It's fun, right? Garchomp EX, I think, may make a slight comeback. So I think in terms of fighting types, it's one of the only fighting types I put in Now You're Talking. I think it's very, very good. Sylveon Garchomp is, you know, obviously very strong. 50 damage to anyone on the field is always going to be very powerful. And 3 for Dragon Claw, 3 energy for Dragon Claw, 100. It's not crazy good, but it's something, right? It's something. I think just Sylveon only made it better. Like, that's where I ranked it last time. I'm gonna keep ranking them right here. One of the standout fighting type EXs in the game. One of the only standout fighting type EXs in the game. This is a stand-in. Stand-in. What's the opposite of a standout? This guy's a stand-in. He's terrible. I think Passimian EX kinda helped him, but I really don't believe in him that much. I think he's a little bit better than these guys, though, at least. I'll put him here. Same thing goes for Passimian. I don't like that it has to be knocked out, but, I mean, maybe. That's the thing. I mean, maybe isn't mean it's trash. It doesn't mean these guys are trash. It's like, maybe you could win some games with a Passimian Lucario EX deck. I actually did in the Buzzle meta. I've gone on win streaks with Passimian and Lucario EX, but I'm not gonna lie, guys, I think I just got lucky, to an extent. But Lucario is interesting. Double Cyrus is interesting. I think he just needs a little bit more. It's still a little bit too hard to accelerate fighting types. I don't like that I have to literally give up an EX Mon 2 points to my opponent in order to charge 2 energy to a fighting type on the bench. Sometimes it's just not worth it and you will still lose the game. Lycanfang. Why do I feel like this Mon was really good and then randomly it became really bad? Right? I don't know. Why do I feel like this Mon is not that good anymore? Like, people thought it was really good for like a few days, and then discourse about this Mon just died down. I don't think it's that good. I actually don't think Viking Fang EX is that good. I don't like that it discards an energy. I hate that. I always will hate that. It prevents you from building the bench unless you run something that powers itself, right? But I don't believe in Lycanroc EX. I'm sorry. I don't. I literally just don't. Weavile EX, I think under the radar is still good. Very funny that I still put him good. I think he passed the testament of time. Just no one wants to play it. I think it's good. Just nobody wants to play Darkrai Weavile EX, which I guess is understandable. Speaking of Darkrai, do I have to explain this? I don't know, guys. Do I have to explain why Darkrai is up here? Darkrai Giratina, why it's up here? No matter how you cut it, no matter how you dice it or slice it, Nightmare Aura doing 20 damage just for placing an energy to him and pairing him with mons that power themselves will always be good until like damn near the end of time, unless they tried to counter him, it didn't work. They tried to counter him 2 metas in a row and it did not work. Darkrai Giratina continues to be incredible. Both mons, incredible. I think Clodsire got a little bit better with like Nihilego and stuff, but I don't know, things like PCL, applying the poison is still not the easiest thing for me in the game. Even with Nihilego, even with Grafaiai, so I'm gonna put it in I mean maybe because he doesn't poison himself, he loses the ability to. I wish he did, but no, he needs the poison to be applied, and then you Venoshock. I don't know, plus things like Arceus exist, I don't know. Chemical Plant is terrible, but it's fun to look at the text. This is terrible though, like 3 energy is way too expensive. I think Guzzlord EX is still pretty good. I think it fell a bit. I'm not gonna lie, it fell a bit. But do I think it's Now You're Talking? I mean, I could see it being Now You're Talking, like still. I don't think the Nihilego, I don't think the deck got that much worse. There are just better options now. You know, that's the funny thing about the Eevee growth. It's not like things got worse. It's not like the Ultra Beasts got worse. Like Buzzwole and Guzzlord. They're just better options. If you have them, so, but I still think he's a standout Dark type. I'd put him up here, for sure. There's a precedent for him still being up here, so, you know, with that, I will still put him up here. Yeah, there's not much I have to say. Ocean Necrozma, I think is very bad. Sorry, I want him to be good, but I think he's very bad. But a good Dragon type is Dragonite EX. I think Dragonite EX is actually Now You're Talking. I think as long as you get your Leafs, this guy's very, very good. Like, I know he's in the top ranking of some Master players, like top 100. I see Dragonite decks are just going crazy. Yeah, I think the Fossil Tech is great. The Leaf Tech is great. But the only thing preventing me from putting him up like, you know, meta-defining or, you know, he could be good, I'm not gonna lie. Just because of dual energy. You know, it's the crazy thing. Solely because of dual energy, it makes me want to put up, like, we have no dragon support still to help him out. But 180 damage is just ridiculous. He one-shots everything. You know, they're going to need some capes. These guys are going to need some capes to live it. But, you know, he could run red. He could red you and still destroy you, so. I'm not even being biased, you know, because my mascot is Dragonite. I don't even have a single Dragonite EX yet, by the way, guys, sorry. I don't have a single one yet. It's very sad. I'm very sad. I'll cry on camera right now. I don't have one. You know, it's very sad, but I wish I did. But, yeah, sadly, I don't. But I do think he's a standout Dragon type EX. You know, well, standout. He's the only other one other than this guy. You know how promos are. Promos are kind of mid most of the time. Speaking of mid, no, I'm joking. Dialga's definitely not mid. I think Dialga's still good. Dialga will always be good. I don't think I have to explain him much, guys. Do I? 2 energy. He powers up Mons very quick. You know, steel types, colorless types. One of the best accelerators, period, in the game still. It's just there are better EXs, sadly, but he could get better in the future. I think that's a very real possibility. He could very damn well get better in the future. So, depending on what other steel EXs get released, what other colorless EXs get released, I think he's very good. I think Dialga EX is still very good. He belongs there for sure. He's not bad at all. Purple Bass EX is trash. Why would you run this? Ticketun's bad. I'm sorry. Why would you run it? I don't like things that have to flip. 80 damage for 3 is not enough. Solgaleo EX. I wish I could say he fell down a little bit, but he did not. Solgaleo EX is still a meta-defining GOAT. This card is ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking. Rising Road is broken. Soulbreaker is broken. There's a precedent for leftovers on him as well, which people don't ever discuss. It's actually interesting because Helps him attack and then live a Steam Artillery, which wouldn't happen otherwise. So I guess he kind of got buffed, if anything. Actually, he definitely got buffed. Because consistency is at an all-time high. You know, if you don't want to run Shiinotic, you can run Sylveon. Solgaleo EX, it's just a ridiculous card. I don't know what they were thinking to this day. Solgaleo EX it's not fair. It's incredibly unfair. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. I don't think I have to explain it much more than that. It's just not fair. Dugtrio EX is terrible. Wigglytuff EX is pretty bad, but I think it's better than a lot of these guys down here. I'm not gonna lie. Just because of the possibility of hacks. And it's kind of easy to build a colorless mon. Nowadays, a colorless EX. Dialga, I guess, right? But, yeah. I'm gonna put it there. Pidgeot EX, I think, is pretty terrible. Licky Licky, 4 energy is way too much. It's a funny card, but it's trash. Arceus? The thing with Arceus, right? I almost want to put it down here. But I just think Fabled Luster will continue to be an underlooked ability. Like, no special conditions, period. And he buffs a bunch of other mons. You know, Lima, Synergy. I think he's now you're talking. In terms of normal types, I have to put him up here. He's a standout. He's very good. It's Arceus, right? He'll always be interesting to me. 130 damage is also nothing to scoff at. It's a little bit, it sometimes can be a little bit rough building him up, but things like Crobat Arceus are still very good to me. Very good. Crobat Arceus, Kangaskhan, I think is very good. Darkrai, obviously, full Dark Arceus is very good in my opinion. He's just very versatile. He's like a way better version of Mew in my eyes. To be honest, yeah. Bibarel EX is terrible. Yeah, he's terrible. Rayquaza EX, I know some of you might not agree with this, but I don't know if you saw my Metal Dragon video. I think he's actually good. That might come off as crazy, but guys, go watch my Rayquaza Dialga video. That deck still feels consistent to this day in this meta. It still feels kind of consistent. Like, if you can get 2 Dracos off, you probably won the game. I'm not gonna lie, you probably won the game, unless you're really unlucky. The only thing is RNG kind of holds Rayquaza back. But I think it's good. I'm sorry, I'm not changing my placement on Rayquaza. I'm a Rayquaza believer. Rayquaza fans, stand up, because I believe in you, in your mon, guys. I believe in your mon. Eevee EX, it's not like the Eevee itself is crazy, but for what it did for the game, it's huge. So I'll just put it up here. Obviously, it's not broken, but it opened avenues. So I guess you're talking, right? Like, the card itself is like good, but like, you know, for what it does, utility sense, yeah, it's very good. Obviously, it's very good. Snorlax EX, Lima, funny Lima stuff can be done with Snorlax EX. Just because of its crazy HP. So it's like one of the craziest tanks in the game with Lima. If you don't get Lima, it's not that crazy. But I still do think it's better than Rayquaza. I'm not gonna lie. I actually do think it's better than Rayquaza. So anyways, yeah, pretty long video, right? Pretty long video, but I still think we went through it pretty fast, right? We went through all the EXs pretty fast. So I'm gonna do a slow scroll up, guys. A slow scroll up. Boom, slow scroll up. Anyways, this is my EX list of every single EX in the game for the current, up-to-date Eevee Grove meta. Now, like and subscribe. I know, let's try to get to 500 subs this month. I don't know if we're gonna make it, but that'd be crazy. Well, 400, sorry, 500. That'd be crazy. 500, yeah, why not? But 400, let's aim for 400. Like and subscribe. Obviously, I think I just said that. Sorry. Comment down below. That's what I'm gonna say. Comment down below your top 5 most broken EXs, period, in the current Eevee Grove meta. And let me know what you think of it. Let me know what you think of my placements. Would you change some things, or am I spitting elite ball knowledge? Am I just the GOAT with how I'm ranking? I think I am, but some people might disagree with me. Alright, anyways, I love you guys for showing me support. You know, I'm trying to get up there with all the other pocket tubers. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate literally every single view, every single like. It means the world to me. Yeah, I'm just glad I could be here and give you guys some content. Anyways, I'm out, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.